I love it when fucking old people give me filthy looks just because I stop at the lights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're going to be talking about bad decisions and how to get around them. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. Now the topic of today's video is primarily bad decisions, and believe me when I say this, I've made a few. What I'd like to try and get to the bottom of is people's motorcycling bad decisions. Now as people know, I have made my fair share of bad decisions over the years. Some of them were okay, some were terrible, some worked out better than others, and so on. Oh, it's a Peningoli. I wasn't expecting that. Sounds like an 899, I think. I might be wrong, it might be a 11 or a 12 even. It's not very often you see the pearlescent white ones around, so wish I have a closer look at a Mo, depending on where he decides to sit, which is right up my arse. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, bad decisions. Like I've already said, I have made my fair share of bad choices in the past. Not just with bikes, but with, you know, people, friends, family, that kind of thing. But it is what it is, do you know what I mean? I suppose one of my biggest regrets was definitely selling my 748. I love that bike so much. As you guys probably know, when you get attached to something like I do, you know, like, I know it's not many material objects, but it's not the point. When you get attached to something that you love, you know, a favourite car, favourite pair of trainers, motorcycle, push bike, skateboard, roller skates, whatever it happens to be, when you get to a certain point, you know, and you just can't be without that particular thing, it's hard to let go. It really is. And I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of things in life that I've had to let go of, which I really wish I hadn't. The 748 being one of them. But like I said, you know, life changes, situation changes, and so on. So that's one major decision that I really wholeheartedly regret. The second motorcycling decision that I regret is not buying an Arai sooner. Now I know I said I had plenty of fun and whatever else using my HAC IS-17, which, don't get me wrong, I did, but it does get to a point where, you know, you have to really give things up, and unfortunately the IS-17 just literally near enough fell apart on my head. But it was such a good helmet. I wish I'd bought more than one at the time, but you know, like I've already said, these things happen. Here comes the Pagnanali man, riding with no gloves on. See what he's got to say for himself, shall we? Huh?
How many forks do you buy?
Sorry?
How many horses? How many?
160.
How much?
160.
Okay.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm quite glad I don't own a 959 now, because that sounds shit. Sorry fella, but I didn't hear half of what you said, but I can tell you straight away that my bike's exhaust sounds a fuckload better than yours. But anyway, I digress. So that's my second major motorcycling regret, which is not buying a Arai RX-7 sooner. My third major regret, as far as motorcycling goes, well, it's not necessarily motorcycling, but it's more a case of motovlogging. I wished I'd bought a GoPro sooner. Again, little things which I regret, which I've made up for over time, but I just wish I'd bought a GoPro a lot sooner. If you guys remember back in the day when I first started doing the whole motovlogging thing, I was borrowing a guy at work's Hero 4, which, don't get me wrong, it worked, it did its job, but the video quality and the audio quality was nowhere near as good as it could have been. I then transitioned to the Ghost Drift S, and I had that for about 2, maybe 3 years, and then we are where we are now, rocking the Arai RX-7V and the GoPro Hero 7 Black. And on top of that as well, I'm also rocking a secondary camera on the tail of the bike, which is just down by my right leg. So if you can see my hand, hello, this is my third attempt at trying to use a second camera angle. Whether it works or not is another matter, but you know, trial and error and all that. I would also like to report that I have now replaced my pin lock, so I can now see where the fuck I'm going. Because in the previous video, if you guys remember, if you've seen it, I was struggling to see anything, and that was primarily down to my shitty pin lock. I mean, that's not necessarily me saying that the pin lock's shitty itself, but thanks to the year and a bit's worth of abuse that I've given it, you know, it got to a point where it cried enough, and it was like, yeah, no, sorry Lee, I can't see a fucking thing, I can't help you no more, goodbye, I'm done. So I've replaced the pin lock to the tune of about 30 quid, but it's a necessity, otherwise I can't see where the fuck I'm going. And as you guys know, I love seeing where I'm going. Can we just appreciate the fact that it's not raining today? This is the third day that I've managed to get out on the bike and it's not been raining. It's either rained on the way in to where I'm going or on the way out from where I was. I've also had to not necessarily retire, but sideline my ND filter for the GoPro, literally because the weather is that bad that the camera can't see anything. Well, I say it can't see anything, it can see stuff, but it just can't see it clearly. I mean, if you're familiar with how ND filters work, they're basically like sunglasses for your cameras or your phones or whatever, and just generally it's just, yeah, that's what they do. They basically darken everything down to a degree where you're not getting lens flares, or you know, the ISO isn't spiking through the roof and you can't see what the fuck's going on and stuff like that. So in essence, you know, it does do a job, and it does do it very, very well. But when it's really gloomy like it is today, I mean, yeah, okay, it's not raining, but there's dark clouds floating about. It's a little bit chilly, not by a lot, but a little bit. And I would rather not get freezing cold or soaking wet, and I definitely want to be able to provide you guys with some sort of decent quality, which I can't do if my camera can't see anything. What the fuck are you looking at, you divvy cunt? And this is another thing that really bugs me. What in fuck's name is this geezer riding? Is it a push bike? Is it an electric bike? What is it? Any ideas? Answers on a postcard. Whee! I hope you're enjoying the additional camera angle, ladies and gents. I know it's a bit of a random thing that I've just started doing again, but I want to try and diversify my angles, try and get a bit of a different point of view and a different perspective of the ride and of the video itself, so you guys get some additional angles, so you're not bored of seeing the same thing over and over again. Well, at least that's the plan anyway. I'm also tempted to invest in a 360 camera next year. I'm not sure what one I'll get. Probably an Insta 360, depending on how much they are. I've seen a lot of motovloggers using the Insta 360 and the Insta 360R or 1R or whatever it's called. I mean, there's a lot of different options, do you know what I mean? I mean, I know GoPro do the was it Hero Max or something like that, which is a 360 camera as well, but you know, I'm just in two minds about what I should do. I mean, at the moment I'm rocking the Hero 7 on my face, plus I've also got two sessions, one which is currently on the back of the bike, and my main session, which will normally be sitting up here. So in terms of, you know, having different angles for you, I figured I'd try the one around the back of the bike to start with, just to see what you guys think, and if you enjoy it, I'll keep it. If not, I shall revert back to what I know. So let me know in the comments box down below if you are liking the additional angle, or whether or not I should go back to having my secondary camera up here on the wing mirror. Let me know in the comments down below as to which one you prefer, or which one you like more, or if you could suggest another angle just to give you guys a bit more variety of view, shall we say. Then obviously let me know again in the comments box down below. And also, ladies and gents, I just want to take the opportunity to thank you for sticking around to the end of the videos. You know, liking, commenting, sharing, you know, it means a lot. And if you could do me a huge favour, if you could smash the like button on this video and any other video that you happen to watch, it does help promote me on YouTube, it does help with the YouTube algorithm, and it does get me out and promoted in front of new people on the platform. So if you could smash the like button, that would be absolutely amazing. And like I always say, ladies and gents, I really do appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown me over the last couple of years. You know, the continued support on the channel is absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough. And like I always say, if you like what you see, and you want to see more, you know what you've got to do. Smash the like button, ring the bell so you're kept up to date with all future notifications, and if you aren't already, consider subscribing. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, as always, you guys have been fucking awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, look after yourselves, and as always, adios.